works. So I'm just going to assume we're live now, but I will wait for a minute to do the introduction because I don't know how to use OBS properly and I hate myself. Yes, let's minimize yell chat so we don't get more of that I schmeated my pants stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah. All right. What are we at? 30 seconds left. Just gonna. I should stop giving our viewers motion sickness as well. Let me go in and change my flight vehicle sensitivity, crank it way down, zoom all the way out. All right, we're good here. Look at it. Desolation is so pretty. I really like whatever you can say about the bases. This is a very pretty continent.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we are live. Okay, so welcome everyone to our impromptu little stream here for the AODR 3-way and 22BT match. I am Reltor, your main caster for today, and with me today is Captain Carrot. Say hi.
Hello, everyone. This is Captain Carrot here, and to bring you an exciting match.
Yep. So we've been hanging out here for a little while. We're about 5 minutes to match start. 3-way is sitting at a pretty comfortable 38% pop. It looks like 22BT is again going to struggle to bring numbers. They have about, give or take, 3 squads online. And AODR almost making a platoon. They're at 34%, so they're probably short like 6 people or something. But yeah, it should still be. We have all 3 sides showing up, which is more than you can say for some matches.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see how this plays out in terms of a dynamic, especially with 2 of the teams being short.
Yeah.
We'll see if 22BT plays it straight up, or they have something a little more memey in mind.
Yeah, it's hard to say. As far as, how these teams did before, right? We know, obviously, 3-way kind of got, the short end of the luck of the draw, playing versus GSLD and Help, ended up coming in 3rd place in what was a super competitive match between all 3 teams. Um, but they are kind of the popular favorite to take this match. It's a combination of B-Way and Prey, so you have a lot of very strong infantry players, good pilots, some pretty solid tankers.
Yeah, certainly on paper, one of the top teams in the tournament.
Yes,
Uh,
absolutely.
but, will that make them a target tonight? We will see.
Right, that's the thing, and I mean, it could very well make them a target. Both teams, I'm sure, are going to be concerned with trying to contain 3-way. Um, and then, of course, AODR coming in second, losing to SKL last week, and coming out ahead of the Serious Army, who I believe brought, like a handful of people.
Yep.
So that was mostly a 1v1. And 22BT going down to coming in third versus 2 RAF in first and ISV in second. So I'm kind of expecting a similar layout. My bet is going to be 3-way in first, AODR in second, 22BT in third, if only just because of the pops.
Yeah, and I have a hard time seeing it play out differently unless both 22BT and AODR really focus 3-way tonight.
Yeah, it would be tricky.
Um, but, all 3 teams are sitting in 7th place right now, which is one outside of the qualifying places. So, all
Yeah.
3 teams, need to perform or go home tonight.
hmm Absolutely. So, I mean, looking at it now, right? So, Salt, 2 RAF, 1 TR, obviously all with a win. We'll see around the same time this match ends, we'll see if 1 TR has managed to pull out another win against KN1, 69 KD. But a loss here for any of these teams could very well eliminate them from the tournament before playoffs start. 3-way would probably be the safest, I think. But
Mm-hmm.
certainly, there's a lot of outfits getting gold and silver placements on TR. So if AODR were to come in third here, that could very well eliminate them. 22BT might have a better shot even if they came in third, just because of their
Yeah,
shortage of groups on NC and a lot of losses there.
yeah, I mean, all 3 of these teams are sitting outside of the qualifying places right now, so they would need to move up or have someone move down below them. So I think it's pretty safe to say whoever comes in third tonight is done.
Yeah.
And then whoever is second has a good chance at progressing, but it's by no means guaranteed.
hmm The only thing 22BT has going as a buffer here really is that Demon didn't no-showed their last match, which puts them dead last, and they may very well no-show again. And that Serious Army and is not planning on showing up, I believe, this week. So
Hmm.
even if 22BT comes in third here, the no-shows may still put them in like sixth place and keep them in,
Hmm.
which would be kind of an interesting dynamic.
Yep, and we are 30 seconds out from match start here, so we are inside the stream delay. I think we can
Yes,
start
absolutely.
talking about some of the setups here in the warp gates.
Yeah. So three-way going extremely air heavy. Like I see two harassers, an ant, and the entire rest of the platoon is in size. AODR, I believe I saw some tanks before the match.
Hmm.
Let's see, I'm waiting for them to render in here. Yeah, AODR extremely armor heavy. That's like 6 or 7 ants, 3
Yeah, I'm not
prowlers.
sure. I'm not sure how many of these sides are manned. Looks like they may have just pre-pulled.
Classic lane smash double pulling. I love it.
Hmm.
That's not a bad strategy. And for the record, 22BT also very armor heavy. So let's see. I'm gonna go watch this Scythe Exodus. Oh, those Scythes were manned.
Yes, they were.
This is like a server smash opener here. Alright. So taking a look at our map here, real quick. See where the early flips go. I'm not seeing any points flipping yet. Okay, Chiron flipping for three-way. That's going to be the
Yep.
first flip.
Yep. So three away first out the gate. This is going to give them the opportunity to go for the steal
Yeah,
on some of their adjacent relics there.
yeah, very close for AODR. And what in God's name is 22BT doing? They have not touched their relics.
Let's
They
go take a
have...
look.
Okay, so armor is rolling up here to Bane. Is it the same for Atma? Yes. Okay, so they're building on Atma. They're flipping it now. Uh, Bane is going to be a late flip, but that's flipping now as well. Just super late armor starts. And
Hmm.
they already have somebody at Relic Hosk. What they're doing, I don't know. But 22BT has gone very heavily after these center relics.
Yep,
And
and as expected, 3-away with complete air dominance, already starting to harass some of the home relics from the other factions,
yeah,
not wanting them to be
AODRs.
comfortable, setting up their construction.
Yeah, AODR, it looks like, tried to fortify their warp gate. They have a... Look at all of this construction right in front of their warp gate. It's, like, in progress. And their armor is getting decimated out in the fields while these structures finish completing. This is an interesting game. Like, they are actually just trying to fortify their warp gate.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they hope to gain by that. They are building, it looks like a glaive or a flail there, I can't tell.
So,
Uh,
one thing I could see them going for, because there's an orbital strike uplink as well, and some AA turrets here, they may just be trying to prevent a full warp gate camp.
mm-hmm.
AODR
Oh, we
losing
have a
Etna
three-way
here.
drop on Etna, yep.
Yeah, so their Deimos will flip in 3 seconds, and then likely three-way will be able to get the steal here.
Yeah, I only see through a three-way on point right now.
Yeah,
So it
one
looks like they are
AODR
going to
guy
get
on the
that
rim,
steal.
three-way with a heavy drop. Yeah, so that's a
Yep.
done deal.
Yep, looks like they have a beacon and a router here. The AODR tanks circling the donut helplessly.
It looks like Bane is going to be a steal as well. I see a lot of three-way pop on here. Yep, Bane. One turret that they tried to get up, and some AA kind of hiding out here. Ooh, it's a Ranger Walker bus, and then another Ranger on top of the Vanguard. 22BT with a gal. Ooh, 22BT with a full squad drop right on top of three-way. Shades goes down.
Dude, Archie's love interest. All right.
Okay, 22BT actually may have saved this. With a
Offensive shades back
very
up.
well
No.
done. No, Lulz
Yeah,
is
they
still
saved it.
up. Siegel is still up. That was very well played by 22BT.
Yeah, well-timed counter drop there.
Absolutely. And that means they're going to get the flip on Relic Gamma. Um, late, though. Like, three-way's already on Hosk, so that may be contestable.
Yeah, they're on Hosk and Ebri. And
Yeah,
Ebri is not contestable by either of the other teams.
yeah. Hosk, 22BT could drop this in steel. They have a lot of pop sitting at Relic Bane there.
Hmm.
Lulz is still alive here. Is he a stalker? Or is he just being a like chaos man? Yeah, there's a couple B-way. Lulz is using an explosive crossbow and he just dropped a accordion bomb.
Yeah, gotta have fun with it, right?
Yeah. He's dead now. He only managed to kill one infantryman's. There is another accordion bomb dropped by Fluff and Muffin on their silo. I don't think it's gonna... that won't one-shot a silo, though, so we should be fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Freeway getting fortified and built up on Ebri. They have a silo and a sky shield up. Looks like they've got an infantry turret as well.
Speaking of fortified, look at Relic Gamma. Do you see the number of striker tracers coming out of this?
It's an effective tactic given the amount of air that three-way has pulled.
Yeah, they're literally just sitting under umbrellas with swarms of strikers. I love this.
It's a good tactical move too.
No, it is. It's fantastic. Yeah. It is absolutely the right move. They know what their strengths are and they're playing to them. 22 BT.
22 BT dropping on Gamma.
Yeah.
So at least in the initial stages, we're not seeing the double team of three-way that we had feared.
Yeah, that said, this could shake up AODR a little bit because these PPAs were given free reign while they dropped. And we're seeing a
Looks
lot
like
of those
it actually
umbrellas
helped
get
out
PP'd.
AODR.
Yeah?
Looks like the 22 BT push was mostly wiped by those PPA scythes.
I just watched 3 sites die at once, and I'm pretty sure 2 of them crashed into each other. And the third got AP'd. AOD,
Yeah.
you know, three-way sides are struggling here. But three-way is on point at Gamma. And it looks like that.
Neither of the other teams really contesting three-way in the air, and I don't blame them. They are going to find more joy contesting them from the ground.
Yeah, absolutely. Both of these teams, both AODR and 22BT are much stronger in tanks. Three-way is starting to victimize some of the armor over at Relic Bane. They do have one of the perfectly placed sky shields, which when you don't control the air is perfect. They're trying to chase down Grenade Shark here. They finally got him. But no, this is where, you know, like if you have air control, you definitely don't place this bubble. But if you're losing the air, you 100% put this up. He's actually getting shot at by a Mag Rider too from over in the center. What's that? Oh, Clone, of course.
Oh, yeah.
So some fun moves here in the beginning, but at the same time, you know, they're kind of struggling to hold off three-way. AODR is committed to Etna now.
Yeah, I see a beacon on Bane for three-way, so I expect to see at least a squad drop on here.
Yeah. The harassers, these 2 harassers from three-way, one predictably driven by Freetold, are working some havoc on AODR over here.
Yep, now we've got a little infantry fight starting up on Bane between three-way and 22 BT.
Yeah. I'm taking a look at Etna here because this is going to be, I feel like with three-way extending as far as we are, if we're going to see a double team, we're going to see it start now. And I think we are already seeing that. Where Relic Bane, there's no fighting between AODR and 22BT right now.
Right, and this is the danger with jumping out to an early lead in a commanding position.
Gumbo, we're streaming. Cease.
User was moved out of your channel.
Okay, so three-way diving scythes in on Etna, and only a couple people made it. One beacon up and an anvil dropping next to it. But the Vulcans are going to kill the Anvil. Yep.
Yep, they did get the beacon up, and looks like we got the squad in here.
Yeah, I do see that. One of the infantry squads dropping in here. Did AOD kind of just give up the ghost on this? No, they're all still in Hex. They're just in vehicles. So they need to get
Well,
their bodies on point here.
I don't want to say classic and roll TR, but
Yeah.
looks like they do have a couple beacons up. Yeah, here come the AODR infantry.
Alright. And then, oh yeah,
but
and 22 BT in a strategy that I can only describe as bizarre is currently attacking AODR at Pharos.
Yep, three-way got a little bit of a flank on that AODR push, though. Came at them from behind and wiped out most of that infantry.
Yeah.
Got a redrop here on the beacons by AODR.
There are so many ants working on this silo. This silo is basically filled, but they haven't built anything yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, their armor is keeping them an anchor on this base, but, like, I don't know. They almost have orbital potential on Pharos. No, actually, they do have orbital coverage on Pharos now. 22 BT also kind of needs to stop attacking AODR at this point.
Well, it's an interesting strategy. I mean, they may be playing for second here.
True, that is a very good point.
They are currently in front of AODR.
Yeah.
So, you know, perhaps if they think that they can have a little more success against AODR, they might try for that.
Three ways trying to kill off this silo here. That would kind of really suck for AODR. That's a, you know, they committed the time to fill this silo and it's burning, so it's probably gonna die here. Yep, silo's dead.
Yep, and the silo goes down.
Clone all alone in the open here. This terrain is just kind of disadvantageous for mag riders around the edges. Certainly in the middle, it's a mag rider playground.
Yep. The AODR looks like they are out of logistics on Etna here.
Yeah. They're refocusing on Pharos. They've taken the point back from 22 BT. They're rolling Sunderers. One nice thing, they've cut their travel time way down. They've got this fully built base near their warp gate. You know, the one with the flail and the orbital, etc.
Mm-hmm.
There's a routing spire, garages, pain spires, you know, the whole lot. But unlike Help, where, you know, you might overcommit on the silo, AODR has like 4 or 5 ants going, so they're able to keep that pretty well supplied. Nothing really to say on the rest of the map. Pharos is the only base that's moving right now, and AOD has it well in hand. Three-way almost reaching the 1/3 of the win mark. It's worth noting at this point that AOD did actually manage to get their 48 on just in time. Even pop now for AOD and three-way.
Yep, so 36, 36, 23 are the pops, so that puts 22 BT. Let me do some math in my head.
What is that ant doing? There's an ant trying to play bumper cars around the AODR warp gate here. It is not going to do anything particularly useful.
Yeah, so that puts 22 BT at 32 players on Desolation right now, so that is still, you know, enough to swing this match one way or the other, depending on where they choose to focus.
Three-way drop coming in for Pharos here. The first scythe got shot down, but the Galaxy made it. There is a cast valve kind of just having its way with them, though. AOD actually, for the moment, has air control over this area.
Yeah, and some pressure by three-way on Relic Bane as well. The air really harassing all of the construction and ground vehicles here. But the Sky Shield so far giving the infantry from 22 BT the protection they need.
Yeah.
Oh, and that Sky Shield goes down.
22 BT is managing to hold on to Bane very well. Like,
Yeah, it looks like their silo just went down though, so they're gonna lose their construction.
oh yeah. Yep, that silo did get melted. Three-way, I noticed, leaning very heavily into the cordium bombs. Really isn't a bad idea, honestly, especially, you know, as a team with air
Oh,
control.
here
Oh,
comes the 22 BT orbital strike.
that's, is that a pocket? That has to be a pocket orbital. Their uplink doesn't reach here yet. That orbital actually worked out very nicely for them. There's only 2 of Three-way's pilots left alive here.
Yep, and that will wipe out any of the logistics for Dway as well, in terms of routers and spawn beacons.
Yeah.
So it'll give them a chance to reset the timer and force Three-way to redrop it.
AODR is playing a bit of hot potato here, right? Three-way went for Pharos, so AODR just dumped their entire platoon on Etna. They're just like, look, if Three-way's gonna, you know, get a foothold, we're just gonna ignore them.
Mm-hmm.
Now the key here is, they see another galaxy coming, and that galaxy cannot make it to the donut.
Yeah, and this is a slightly dangerous position for the Three-way to put themselves in. If they do capture Pharos, they will have cut 22BT and AODR off from each other, forcing the double team.
Yeah, absolutely. AOD gets Etna, as expected. Beacons for Three-way.
That's honestly a smart play from them.
Oh, it is, I agree.
From AODR, that is, yeah.
This is where, you know, you almost wish that AOD was an outfit a little more adept with redeploy side, because they could have totally, there was like 5 people at Pharos. They could have dumped that.
Yeah, no, that's a frightening thought for live.
Yeah, that is terrifying. Freeway starting to contest Etna now. Bane's still very safe, but 22 PT not contesting Three-way at all.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see what they do here. I mean, you have to think that they are trying to play for second place here.
Yeah,
you know, content to build out their lead over AODR.
Yeah, I can imagine. You know, AODR is only managing to hold on to 1 base at a time. AODR tried a back gap on Deimos. Guy got killed pretty quick. Are they even moving out of Bane, or are they just there? Like, cool. New conglomerate controlled Estimir. Oh, well, it probably doesn't help them on Bane that clones on the roof in a Mag Rider.
Oh yeah, I see a cliff above. Many things are possible with Mag Boost.
Yeah, Clone going out to... Clone nearly losing an infantry 1v1 to the guy that tried to rocket his Mag Rider.
And he does take out the enemy beacon.
I see Canadian up on the roof there. Looks like their air squad is all on the ground here.
Yeah, I see Gold Strike, TJ.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're just holding this stairway, kind of shredding 22BT as they run up it.
Yeah, I mean, Beamway and Prey both specializing in infantry point holding. So, you know, not a surprise to see them doing well in a confined space infantry fight.
Yeah, they are losing now, though. 22BT has cleared them out of this room.
Yeah, with pretty significant overpop. It's 65-35 on this relic.
Oh, yeah.
AODR with a full platoon on Deimos, it looks like.
Oh, yeah, wow. And Etna is kind of frozen. I want to see if this back cap has any chance. Because AOD might not be able to rotate fast enough to get this back cap if Three-way pushes it through. But this back cap is dead for now. Last strategist, the only one left. And he's getting battle rifled. I don't know, he's got 2 people to worry about here. He's gonna run away.
But, you know, we often think, you know, you don't want to get out to a big lead in the initial phases because it makes you a target for a double team, but Three-way has a really commanding lead build here. You know, I have a hard time, even if they get focused by the other 2 teams, seeing them losing that lead at this point.
I mean, the time to focus Three-way was a while ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're seeing a significant recommit by three-way onto Relic Demos here. We
They
don't
only
really
have
want to lose it.
they only have 10 seconds to save it, but it looks like they already did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
AOD is mostly wiped here.
A-to-G support coming in clutch there.
Yeah. Broken getting a shot out of the air there. Who we got left? Got Canadians back in the air. He's PPAing a Prowler. Pilots, man. Pilots. (22BT) still. This is the insane. Like, this is why three-way has been able to keep a cap on this match. 22BT is letting themselves get completely camped in Relic Bane. Like,
You
they've
know,
had to go as far as dropping a Citadel shield just to keep three-way out of it.
yeah, and I honestly I think they might be happy to stay with just their home relics with the way this match is going.
Yeah, I mean, a play for second is not a bad move right before, playoffs start.
Hmm.
Looking in chat here, some quick questions. 22BT does have some 2Ref ringers as far as I'm aware, yes. Um,
Yeah, I've
B-Way's
seen a
Air
few that are
Squad.
clearly two
Yeah.
ref ults.
B-Way's Air Squad Xeris is a mixture of Who pilots, so like Canadian Pride, Gold
Gold
Strike,
Strike.
and then some, three-way people like TJK, Love Thy Live, etc. So it's kind of
Yeah.
a mix of B-Way and Who, and their friends.
There are a couple Prey pilots as well.
Yeah,
Broken
true.
builds, Lost in Time.
Yeah. One of the nice things for this team is that they do have a decent reserve of competent infantry players that are also competent pilots, in like Broken and Lost and Lulls, etc.
Yeah, everyone in
Dudas,
both of
Grenade
these
Shark are
outfits
also very good as well.
are competent infantry players on top of whatever skills they might have in vehicles.
Yeah.
That really is the bread and butter for these two outfits.
Let's see what we
Ooh,
got.
Lost in Time just rammed a Valkyrie out of the air with his scythe. And lived to
AOD's
tell
back
about it.
on Pharos, but again, they're losing Etna now. So it's kind of, rotating
Bit
back
of
and
a
forth.
whack-a-mole. Mhm.
Yeah, whack-a-mole, and they're not going to get Pharos.
Yeah, interesting. 22BT seems fairly content to just stay on their two bases, and why wouldn't they be at this point?
Oh, you say that,
Oh,
but we do have a
cap
cap
on
on
Hosk.
Yes. Also, I thought it was a fun little note. He's gone now. There was a harasser sitting here vulcaning at these sites. It was called something to the effect of like suicidal red guy. It's like, yeah, that kind of adds up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So it looks
22
like we've got.
BT hasn't really committed much. Well, okay. No, now that I'm like getting an eye view, there's like a squad here at Hosk.
Mhm.
They're just under the pop threshold. They're not getting contested. So they're playing for third place at this point. Three-Way's got 200 points to win, which, if I knew how to do math, I could tell you how long that would take, but I do not. But not long.
Yeah, my scores actually aren't working, so I'm not quite sure what the live point totals are.
We're at 540 to 190 to 112.
Okay. Nope, and the three-way air-ground squad coming for Hosk.
Yep. Dr. Bad Day, it looks like dropping for the beacon, probably. Or is he just gonna go in as an infill? Oh, he's a router boy. Yep, router popping up in Hosk for three-way here. Now let's watch the Zerg in a can. I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna watch this router. I want to see what he's like. Meanwhile, industrial agriculture out here, but no one on point.
Oh, there's a Canadian.
The Canadian. Oh yeah, okay. Now some three-way finally showing up to flip point. And their air squad doing a mixture of bailing and or accidentally destroying their sides for the most part. But They still have point. 22 BT. No. No way. They're not going to get that at 1 second. Oh, they did.
Oh, they got it at 0 seconds on my screen. Wow. Cutting it a little close there, but they get the save 3-way.
Yeah, that was good. I thought 22 BT had that. AOD is
22
committed.
BT does have a tower beacon, though.
Oh, they use it. One guy used it. Oh, now here they come. The beacon got one of the sides.
Yeah, 3-way has too much infantry on this point, and the commanding position on the balconies here.
Yeah.
We're really going to have to see 22 BT throw everything at it to get this back.
My favorite thing about this cap is now not the 1 second. It's the fact that almost every 3-way scythe has died on this cap.
Mm-hmm.
They bailed some of them. I watched at least 2 die to beacons, and then one of them just crashed into a mountain.
Yeah, so interesting. So we see pretty much the entire TR platoon on Pharos, it looks like.
Yeah.
They also have a few people getting set up on Relic Gamma, perhaps in anticipation of getting Pharos back.
Yeah. It's good that they're, this is what you like to see. You want them to start getting back caps. Like, again, they're playing for second now, and I don't know that they even have time to overtake 22 BT at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But, it really is what it is. Let's see, hey, we have a result on the 1TR match yet? I'm just curious.
I imagine that's going to be a much closer match.
I would
be
expect
surprised if it finishes before this one.
I think we will rotate over for double coverage on that, if you're up for it, once this is done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, Relic Pharos. Although actually, nah, we should get some interviews done and things if the teams are willing. Hold my camera view for 1 second while I give a prod. Who is the 20? Do we have a 22B2 rep in Discord? I don't think we do.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with their leadership at all.
I've pinged Dubness and Frunkus, so hopefully they see that and we'll get them in here after. If not, we move on. Pharos, again, going down to AOD. 3-way not able to... Oh, no, are they? Oh, no. No, you're kidding me. They took that back with 35% pop and hex.
Yeah, well, displaying a better grasp of redeploy side tactics. They dropped a squad right on point there. They were able to take it. But let's see if they're able to hold out long enough to get this all the way reset. So you have to think that AODR is going to redrop it in force. They really have no other option.
More vehicles coming out of the AOD warp gate here.
Yeah, that's really not going to help them. This big construction village not really doing much for them either.
Yeah. Well, really, they just need to train up a bunch of Megatron attacks right now. Get all these harassers on go.
Yeah.
Free Tilt is
seeing a
running
big
circles
infantry
around
push.
A lot of armor right now. Oh, yeah. Big infantry push.
Yeah, we have a max push here. Yeah.
Oh, they got maxes. Very nice. Really, this is AOD. Sometimes they just need to fall back on some, strong line tactics. And for a large outfit like this, one of the tactics that works really well is large maximals. They know how to use their numbers, throw their weight around. So they just need to remember, sometimes that does work on Desolation.
Yep. So let's see what happens with Etna and Bane now.
Yeah,
Etna, I really don't see anyone there from either team.
Yeah, let's take a look at Bane. We are, probably a few seconds from the end of the match here. Looks like 22BT just totally pushed off this. They're kind of camped in the base here. And
Yeah, big infantry fight in the donut itself here. You'll have to let me know when we reach the end of the match. Oh, there we go.
Yep, that's it. All right, so three-way with a decisive win there over AOD and 22BT. The double team that we were kind of concerned of, I feel like it kind of did materialize, but three-way just had them so locked down at that point it didn't matter.
Mm-hmm. I mean, three-way essentially forced the double team by splitting the warp gates of the
They
MC and the
did,
TR.
yeah. And then, I mean,
User joined your channel.
hello.
Hello.
Dubness, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. GG and well played to the other two teams.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they'll join us or not, but it was, I guess, where do we start? Obviously, you won a very decisive victory. I think you had more points than the other two teams combined, despite holding off both of them for the latter half of the match. How do you feel like your plans played out here? Like, do you feel like it was kind of a best laid plans, never survive contact with the enemy situation, or did things go pretty much how you expected?
I think we definitely made mistakes and we have a lot to improve upon. And Nocturnal Gannet was the FC. I was only squad leading tonight.
Gotcha.
And the plans were solid. The approach was solid, and yeah, like I say, we got a lot of room for improvement. I'm seeing lots of mistakes, which people people have quite a high expectation of the team. We have a high expectation of ourselves, so like it's really frustrating to see such mistakes. But thankfully, they didn't cost us too much this time around.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the case for a lot of people. This is a very new format, and people are kind of still learning what works, what doesn't, how to kind of, play optimally. I mean, you guys certainly very effective map movement, lots of air to ground, lots of accordion bombs, I noticed.
Yeah, we thought we'd try them out because we're not too sure how they would. Because as you say, right, it's a new format. We're not too sure how effective they're going to be. We thought we'd try them out, right? And I mean, I watched back the VOD, so thank you for streaming.
Yeah.
And we'll see how effective they were. But again, like you say, it's a new format, and teams like ours, we've got to rotate everyone through, make sure everyone gets at least one match playtime.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean,
so hopefully, right, we actually get through to the next stage, because obviously we did pick up that L
yeah,
last
I would
match.
assume that picking up that L, you guys would be pretty safe. But yeah, we'll see how the results play out this weekend. On a bit of a perhaps more memey question, have you considered giving your pilots training in dodging drop pods?
I haven't. I was told that a pilot still had to fly, so I don't know.
Okay. Based on my observations, they may need they seem to know how to fly pretty well, know how to air to ground pretty well, but you may want to work with them on dodging drop pods in mountains.
Fair enough. I'll definitely be watching that VOD then. Name and shame. But yeah, no, it's just it's just good. It's good to get the win, and it was disappointing that the NC outfit didn't show up with a full 48.
Yeah.
So it kind of felt like we were playing 1.5 teams.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of showed.
Yeah, I mean, it did seem like they gave it the old college try at least, but yeah, definitely a different feeling when you're not facing, like 2 full prepared teams, like helping.
Yeah, which is actually quite bad for us, because obviously we want to be having, the toughest matches possible.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, how are we going to improve if we don't play tough matches?
Absolutely.
Because although I noticed the little mistakes we make in this match, it's the big ones which concern me, and
absolutely, yeah.
We don't really get them in matches like this, but like I say, still respect them for turning up, and GGs.
All right, yeah. Well, thanks for hopping on, Dubness. Looks like
Yeah,
you're who we
not
get
as
for
colourful as my last interview. I know, so my apologies for the disappointment on that.
It's okay.
But
I'm sure
honestly,
you.
I've had a long week at work, so
Yeah, of course. No, go enjoy your victory, and thank you for stopping by.
thank you, thanks guys for streaming, and again, GG to all teams. Peace out.
Yeah, of course. Cheers.
User disconnected
All
from your
right.
channel.
Shall we pop over to see how 1TR is faring?
Oh, I already did.
All right. Let's see.
1TR is faring quite well.
That's good. Let's see what we got here. So
Much
hopefully I don't
closer
get
match, though.
R-shaped when I spawn.
No, I was fine when I came in.
Yeah, it looks like they may just kind of deliver.
There's
Yeah, okay,
no,
so
no hydration clan here tonight.
yeah, my scores are not working.
Yeah, mine neither. But I am on the PSP1 stream.
Okay, yeah,
So
we're
we're
gonna have to
looking
follow
at,
along
you know, double delay. We're at 500 for 1TR, 442 for a 69 KD, and 431 for KN1.
Jesus, that's a hell of a close match. And looking here, I mean, we're gonna have to kind of extrapolate, right? But 1TR still holding the most relics, a minute later. With double orbital coverage, they actually have 2 orbital bases set up here.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty sort of commanding air control over Relic Hosk at least.
Yeah, and, you know, not having the contact from earlier in the match, it does look like KN1's getting double teamed pretty hard here.
Yeah, I would say so. 69 KD's taking both of their bases. And, not really fighting 1TR all that much. What is going on at Etna? Why on earth are KN1 not flipping that? Okay, now they are.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, looking there, I saw 12 to 24 from KN1, and there was no flip. Then we got a single Reaver above this base from KN1.
Yeah, KN1 has a very large base on Relic Gamma here. However, they are not on point. They're losing that to 69 KD.
KN1 still struggling with a very sparse air force, I think, here.
Yeah.
Big Chief getting rammed and then killed. 69 KD has some air.
Yeah, KN1 really known for their infantry play, not so much for their armor or air play.
Yeah, and I think that's in both matches they've played with 1TR. I think that's been a huge strength for 1TR. They may not necessarily, 1TR doesn't have a bunch of prey pilots, right? But it doesn't matter. They have a bunch of competent pilots, and they're doing pretty well.
Yeah, and while they might be, outskilled in the infantry game by the other two outfits here, you'd have to think that their organization and their skill in the other domains would really tell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So Etna going down to a ghost cap. Hosk is gonna go to 1TR here.
Yep,
So
and,
I mean that's kind of the move with 69 KD's picking up territory. 1TR kind of takes Hosk back to keep him humble, and then they can lose Etna just fine because KN1's starting to trail here.
Yeah, it looks like 1TR pretty well pushed off of Relic Bane by 69 KD. But really, sitting with 2 of the middle relics and both of their home relics, even if they lose the cap on Bane and lose Etna, they are in a strong position as this match moves into its final phase.
69 KD, interestingly, actually managed to bring almost a platoon to this match, looking at the numbers.
Yeah, and I've been seeing a lot of, alts that are not necessarily in 69 KD that are playing with them. I've seen, Darson, Father Time.
Well, Darson is, I believe, a 69 KD move, but yes.
Oh, okay.
Father
I only
Time,
see
definitely.
Darson on NC.
Oh yeah, no, he is 69 KD, yes, for sure. But yeah, I mean, I see recursion names in here, like Clubbins.
Mm-hmm.
They've definitely kind of gathered their friend network to handle this.
Let's see, 1TR is dropped again on Bane.
Yeah, they're gonna have to be careful here on Deimos, but also 69 KD
Deimos
just
is
got
one they don't want to
orbitaled
lose.
off of Gamma. This is not going as well for 69 KD as their first match. Let's put it that way.
Well, they've got two competitive teams this time.
Yes, they're not just out redeploying a couple of circuits. Next
Mhm.
right here, that's one solid pilot I recognize. Gift, also recognize. That Lancer's jiggle physics, love it.
Let's see, 69 KD briefly got back on Gamma, but they get pushed off again by a large Can-1 redeploy.
Yeah.
Looks like 1TR took care of their business on Demos. Still
1TR
going on Relic
Overlord
Bane.
Captain Cox is on Relic Bane. Gets killed by Panda. It's a pretty back and forth battle on Bane here. I think it could go either way. Although it does look like Wodo managed to call in an anvil here. So that's going to be a bust for 69 KD, which could be a problem for 1TR. They are regaining control inside. Lewooner goes down. Rip. I think Monkey forgot to put a proper script. Anyways, we're looking at scores from I think about 10 seconds ago on PSP1, by the way.
Oh, really? Okay.
So that's pretty close to accurate. So 1TR was 616, 69 KD with 530, KN1 with about 480. So 1TR looking like you're in a very favorable position here.
Yeah, so we'll see what these outfits do. You'd have to think that KN1 are going to focus 69 KD at this point to try to play for second.
Yeah.
They're pretty much out of reach of first.
I think that's one of the things that will improve the gameplay in this format, if you will, is that people are starting to realize that second place is worth going for. And so you won't see, I think, quite as much double teaming on like the first place person, because if you're in third place and you're too far out, but you're close enough to second, then right, it makes sense to go for the second place team.
But KN1 letting a ghost up on Etna, more or less, continue to go through.
Yep, that's a 1TR just like mega dump Deimos. Which, makes sense. That would cut off a lot of shit. Yeah, that go. What is going on in Etna?
No, they would still have a link through to everything through Chiron.
Right. Etna did get flipped back. KN1 just jumped back on that.
Yeah, that's a base they cannot afford to lose.
Multiple 1TR orbitals going off here. Absolutely torching this KN1 base on... This is Gamma. They didn't manage to fully kill it, but they did a double construction orbital and killed off quite a chunk of this base.
Yeah, and that's an interesting play. I'm not entirely sure what it gets them.
I mean, if they're trying to drop this, or they're trying to let 69 KD get a foothold here. My guess would be they're trying to give 69 KD a foothold. Because 69 KD and KN1 fighting is only favorable for them.
Yeah, I mean, they are in a very favorable position. It would take a lot to see them lose their lead at this point.
1TR definitely looks like they're going to pull out a second win here. 69 KD. Probably... Well, it's hard to say. I mean, KN1 has time to steal a second place there. But looking like 69 KD will add a second place finish to their first place.
Yeah, so 69 KD, 1TR are certainly moving on.
Yeah, 69 KD is definitely playing for second as well. They're capping
KN1 could be in danger with a second place and a third place finish.
Yeah, they absolutely could. If you look at... So, 22BT now 1-1. So that would put them even with KN1. Demons and no-show. Serious Army. See, I think they'll be okay this round.
They should be okay, yeah, because of the two no-show outfits on the NC.
Yeah, They'll be okay this round, but if I were them, I would definitely worry looking farther down the road, because that's going to put them in a very weak position to start playoffs.
Yeah, and if my understanding of how playoffs work is it's just the rankings continued, and we drop the bottom team each week until we have the final 3 on each faction. So, you know, going into playoffs in the bottom position is a really bad spot to be in.
Yeah, and they're probably going to come in near the bottom here. 69 KD should do pretty well on PS. There was
Yeah,
still one of 4 teams now that have gotten a win, but 3-Way's got a 1-0-1, so they'll come in below. Yeet Cannons might come out of this with a win, actually. One TR. Oh, here's the steal. This is why Orbitals. One TR just threw their entire frickin' force on Gamma and stole it.
And they got it. Wow.
They just suicided an entire platoon of Mossies onto this point. That was actually ridiculous.
I'm gonna have to watch the VOD from PSB1 on this.
Yeah.
This is a really commanding performance against, you know, 2 very skilled outfits from 1TR.
Yeah, 100%. Looking at scores, we're probably only about a minute or 2 from 1TR finishing their win here, and it's a foregone conclusion at this point. So 1TR pulls their second win out of a hat. I hear they might celebrate by going raiding later. I don't know if that's just a rumor, but maybe tune in later for.
You know, you might see some 1TR Viking alter egos in a later match. You never know.
Hard to say. They can't be satisfied with just going undefeated on one server, you know.
But yeah, really impressive performance. I mean, you have to think this is down to 1TR's experience from live. I mean, this is really a perfect format for them. This is how they operate on a week in, week out basis. You know, about a platoon-sized force. You know, rapidly redeploying around and playing alerts. You know, this was a format really tailor-made to their play style, and it shows.
Yeah, and here we go. 1TR with their second win, 2 weeks back to back, beating KN1 both times, and also beating why are words hard? Was it Goater the first time, and now 69 KD, who came out in force this time. So with
that's
that,
right. They did play 1TR and KN1 in the first match. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, we're going to stop streaming. We're going to throw a host over to PlanetSide Battles 1, who might have a post-match interview coming, so stay tuned for that.
All right. Have a good evening, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the match.